Hello everyone, I'm Justin. I've come to a point in life where stories mean more than ever. Not just to tell them, but to feel them, to connect through them, and today I want to share with you the story of a remarkable young woman. Not a fairy tale, not a polished success story, but something far more real. It's the story of a girl who seemed to have it all. The education, the expectations, the perfect future laid out before her. But behind the shine, she was trapped in a gilded cage, trying to please, to survive, to be enough. This is her story of breaking free, of love found and lost, of chasing dreams, facing ghosts, and slowly learning to sing her own song. To those of you watching behind the screen, I hope this story touches something in you. Maybe a memory, maybe a scar, maybe a silent part of yourself waiting to be heard. So, let's begin. This is Sasha's story.
Hi, I'm Sasha. My Gilded Cage is London town. My parents are immigrants who sacrificed everything to get me here. To them, Oxford is the starting line, the financial district your final destination. So when I graduated with a degree in economics, they were ecstatic. It took me 6 years to earn my place, but I did it for them. The day he left, I wrote him a letter, an explanation, an apology, but mostly a love letter. I told him how his love language had become my lifeline, how his presence filled my days with color, how his absence left a hollowness that echoed in my chest. She looks at me from behind bars, pleading for me to remember her. I thought maybe one day the pain will stop, maybe one day I'll stop feeling like an imposter. But the ghost followed me everywhere. I could not run her, not in the bustling streets of London, not in the peaceful countryside, not even in the vibrant cities of Asia. Please don't forget she existed. Please don't forget that she, too, deserves to be set free. I told him that with him, I had dared to dream, to hope, to love, to feel alive. Looking at the rain-streaked window, I heard her words, "You're trading skin for validation." Because here's the secret, love isn't about clutching hands. It's about unclenching your fists, letting go of the little girl who learned to play the piano but never learned to sing. It's about returning to that child and whispering, it's okay to stop playing someone else's song. It's time to sing your own. And for the first time, I understood what it meant to be seen. But true solace lies in the journey back to yourself. It's not easy. There will be times when you stumble, fall, and feel like giving up. But every breath you take, every step you make is a testament to your strength. The tearing sensation I've been feeling wasn't from touch. It was the sound of my soul splitting. One half sobbing, "Why does love leave?" The other shrieking, "You're unworthy." And then I told him that I couldn't do that for him. When you hold that trembling self who cries in elevator corners, who stops at the red light, who freezes when a stranger approaches, who still believes love is a fairy tale, please tell her, you're more than the sum of your scars. You're more than the love you've lost. You're more than the battles you fought. At least now I could feel something, I thought. At least now I'm needed. But when I looked in the bathroom mirror, I saw the smear of my lipstick, a mocking grin, a stranger staring back. I couldn't carry the weight of his life while drowning in my own. I never sent that letter. How could I send something so selfish? What right did I have to lay my burdens on his shoulders? I was the golden girl who didn't need saving. I was the golden girl who didn't need saving. Or so they thought. It was during my second year at Oxford that I met Mark. He was the first light to breach my iron window. He saw me crying and brought me tea. He cradled my tears and whispered, "Your fragility is beautiful." And just like that, he had me believing that someone could love broken me. Back then, the diagnosis of depression felt physical. Every time my heart beat, it felt as if my internal organs were bleeding. The scars you can't see are the ones that hurt the most. In the 3 months we spent together, I tasted freedom. For the first time in my life, I let myself be happy because with him I could be imperfect. I threw out my perfect life for a chance at imperfect love. I traded the fine silk of tradition for his worn cotton t-shirt. I breathed in the scent of his skin because it smelled like earth and freedom. He loved me without the gold in my hair. He loved me without knowing I could buy him a new car. He loved me without understanding the weight of my existence. But he loved me and I loved him, and that made me the happiest I've ever been. Then he left. So I tore the letter into tiny pieces and flushed it down the toilet, hoping that in some alternate universe he might find it, read it, understand me. When I think back to that period of my life, I see the ghost of a girl trapped in a gilded cage. I tried to outrun the ghost by working harder, studying more, burying myself in my career. Then I met Jinwoo. He was a Korean boy with a warm smile and a gentle touch. He pursued me relentlessly until I gave in. One rainy night, I sat in the back of a taxi with my therapist. If you hear this, if you've heard this, please don't ignore it. It's easy to get lost in the labyrinth of flesh, to seek solace in the warmth of another human being. And when you finally stop looking for validation in others' eyes and start speaking your buried, I want into the world, that breath of liberation will outshine every picture-perfect moment you've ever known.
If you felt something while watching this, if Sasha's story reminded you of a version of yourself, maybe one you've hidden away, or one you're still searching for, I want you to know you're not alone. And if, in your heart, you believe that she deserves to be loved, truly deeply, just as she is, then maybe, just maybe, you believe that about yourself, too. I would love to hear from you. Share your thoughts with me in the comments. Tell me what part of her journey echoed in yours. Tell me what you're carrying, because stories connect us, and who knows? Maybe the next one I tell will be yours. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this story meant something to you, please share it. And don't forget to leave a comment. I'll be reading every single one, hoping to find your voice in the crowd.